Welcome back. This is Janine Bolin with this week's 3-Minute Money Tip, and I'm going to discuss a little bit about the story of why philanthropy is so important to me and why it's a part of the 60-40 principle. The inspiration actually came from a temporary job that I was working with Kelly Temporary Services, where my job was the file room. And it was because of this room that I truly began to understand how much one person, could do with money and how they could support a whole society with that money. So you probably have seen this from the 80s. It was from Partnership for a Drug-Free America. It was a hot frying pan. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs, as they crack an egg into the hot pan. It was the war on drugs that was very big in the 80s and 90s. Well, I got to work for the man who not only founded that organization, but used a lot of his own personal money to get it up and running. So as we talk about your money and how you go about saving it, getting out of debt, and working with it so that you're paying yourself first, you have a short-term savings account and a long-term savings account, an area that I would like to talk about is charitable giving or philanthropy. Why? Because one of my dreams, rather a 20-year goal that I have, is I want to create a foundation where I can give out $1 million endowments to financially responsible social entrepreneurs. And I used to work for a man who did just that. So one of the things that I learned was that this one businessman had a huge impact, not only on me, but on society because of the different types of people and organizations he used with his money to help build 501c3s that were doing amazing things in our country. So with that particular commercial, I didn't even know that I was working for that guy at the time. Okay. It wasn't until after I left his employ that I realized, oh my gosh, he's that guy. But I was called up to work for a stint of about 3 weeks, and my job was to assist his secretary in that file room. The primary responsibility was to organize and maintain that filing room for all the charitable donations this one man was giving through his personal estate. This was not his corporate effort. I learned very quickly how to screen charitable organizations through that temp job, and even though I never met him personally, he impacted me greatly with how he handled his philanthropic giving. I wanted to be able to give like that. I wanted the ability to give to causes that I thought about. So I just wanted to remind you that charitable giving is a very intimate and private thing. It's very personal. I want you to give to whatever you are passionate about. Maybe someone helped you out when you were down, and now you want to start an organization that helps others out. It's like the friend of mine that was a janitor, and I learned later after his death that he gave to a college where he cleaned the floors. It was $2.3 million. He had never had a college education, but he wanted to be able to he wanted to give these endowments to underprivileged kids. So whatever your passion is, I want you to start looking for charities and nonprofit organizations that are within your particular moral compass, and I want you to start giving to them. Now, I know times may be difficult right now, but like I tell the college students that I work with, I'm like, you save money in your 501c3, you save your money in your 529 plans, you save money for your short-term savings, long-term savings, but there is that element of the 60-40 principle where you give. And in your giving, even if you only can send $1.34 through PayPal from your checking account, start money flowing so that the universe gets into your debt and you start having more money come to you. This has been Janine Bolin with your 3-Minute Money Tip for this week.